Cricks. All right. Hello, everyone. I got this toy for Cricket. Come on, Cricks. Trying to get her in the shot here. Cricket, come get your toy. Let me get everything set up here. Okay, let's see. All right. Looks like everything's working. Hello, everyone. Let's see who's in here. Joanne, hello. Impaled Nazarene, hello. There's Tim, hello. Come here, Cricket. Ready? Oh, shit. I threw it too far. Hold on, let me go get it. Okay. Is the music too loud? Probably, right? Sophia, what's happening? Mio696, who are you? Hello. I think I recognize your name, but I'm not sure. So somebody tell me, is the music too loud or is it okay? Considering that my mouth is pretty far away from the microphone, might be too loud. So let me just get all the levels tested here, make sure everything's working. There's Crickers. She's got her favorite toy. One of my old bracelets. She loves chasing those things and she'll bring it right back. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Mio. Who are you, Mio? Do I know you for real? In real life? So let me let a few people get in here and then I'll tell you what we're doing. No real big plans tonight. I just, Cricket, what are you doing? Come over here. I just found out some things yesterday about my cats that I didn't remember. And part of that info was that it's their birthday right around now. So yeah, I am, that music gets kind of low in volume sometimes, but sometimes it gets really loud. That's just the nature of the beast on this stream of consciousness art gallery music by Mark Mothersbaugh. Anyway, what I was saying is I found out that they were probably born around the end of March or early April. And Mark Olson. Oh, okay. Hi, Mark. Hey, thanks for coming. I appreciate you coming to the YouTube page here. All right, so let me just start by saying that yesterday I was cleaning up my office. A lot of what I've been doing in isolation here is not only working on eBay and some Devo stuff, but I am rearranging a bunch of things. My closet, my office. So I was cleaning through this, hey, what's up? Brad, my neighbor. So I was cleaning out some desk drawers and stuff, and I was getting around to all the cat stuff. I have all the cat stuff in one dresser drawer, basically. So anyway, I found these original adoption papers for the cats. And you can see their names back then were Star and Stone. Star was Miss Meowser, and Stone is Miss Cricket. And yeah, so that was back in June of 2012, June 4th, that I adopted them. And it says on these sheets here that their estimated age was about 2 months old, 2 months and a couple weeks maybe. because they were found in the woods, and nobody knew when they were born. I guess the mother wasn't around. I don't know what their situation was, being in the woods alone, but that was the deal, and they had to guess at their ages. So my guesstimate is their birthday is late March, early April, and yeah, 8 years. 8 years. So now this date, this birthday celebration doesn't really mean much to them, of course, because they don't know anything like that. But they have no concept of birthdays or anything. But I think the most important thing about that is the birthday is not their most important date. Even if they knew about these things and had some kind of concept of holidays or celebrations, I think they would more be celebrating this date, June 4th, 2012. June 4th is really kind of the date that they want to celebrate, because that's the date they got here to their new life. They left the lonely woods and the lonely steel cage of the pound and came here. So on June 4th, 2020, we'll have some kind of really good shindig online here for the cat's adoption date. Okay, so let's see here. Who's here? Brad, Stina. Hey, what's up, Stina? How's it going? Nice to see you. Devotees in the house. So that's what we'll be doing. I've got some celebratory wine here to celebrate the cat's birthdays. Now, Meowser was up here sleeping right in the shot. And of course, as soon as I started getting everything ready to go online, she vamoosed downstairs to her favorite bed. You almost adopted a cat today. Oh wow! What kept you from adopting it, if I may ask? The gotcha day. Yeah, that's when I got them. That's when their life changed for the better. Well, actually, probably when their life changed for the better was when somebody picked them out of those woods and brought them to the pound. But it was a fine line there when you're in the pound between your life getting good and your life getting bad. So I got them out of the pound. They were only there less than 48 hours, I think, when I got them out of there. So they didn't really have time to sit in the pound a long time and get all the diseases and the fleas that cats get in the pound. You know, they were pretty quickly skadoodled out of there. Let me try to catch up on the chat here. Oh, what's up, Keith and Jared? Hey, thanks for watching, guys. My neighbor's buddies, people I met through my neighbor Brad, are watching. That's pretty cool. They're all, neighborhood pals, basically. Let's see. Oh, you're enjoying a Tom Collins, Tina. That's pretty good. I like that. I mean, I don't like to drink them, but I like that you're drinking them. So yeah, so here's the adoption papers of my two beautiful kitties. Again, Star is now Miss Meowser. Stone is now Miss Cricket. And I don't know if you noticed, but Miss Cricket was labeled a male initially. And then after I picked them up, when I was picking them up after their operation, they said, oh yeah, by the way, you have two girls. And that's exactly what I wanted to adopt when I went into the pound. My whole mission was to get two girls who were sisters, tabbies. That was my whole goal. And when I found those two kittens in the cage and I knew they were related, I was like, oh my God, please tell me they're girls. And they're like, well, one's a girl, one's a guy. But no, they were two girls, so I got what I wanted. Now, before I go much further, I want to thank a subscriber, Peter Graves. He was cool enough to send me this magazine, Keyboard Wizards, featuring Duran Duran, Thomas Dolby, and Devo. And the date on this is winter 1985. And I don't remember if I have a really clean, good copy of this magazine in the archives. So pretty cool. Thank you so much, Peter Graves. Appreciate you. And oh, look at that cool shot of Eno. Right? Let me try to find the Devo part. But yeah, Peter, I really appreciate this. You have supported me in a number of ways here on my YouTube project, and I appreciate you. Let's see. Let's find some Devo. Lots of Eno in here, man. Wow. Okay, haha. All right, there we go. Boom. And then that one. I think that's from either the Mike Douglas show or Merv Griffin. Can't remember. And then this is a really cool photo. Boogie Boy with a space heater and vintage synths. Pretty cool. So anyway, Peter Graves, you rock. Thank you so much. I hope you see this video at some point to know that I appreciate that. Let's see here. Oh, you're okay. You're going back there still. Well, you know, if you get the cat, remember, it's like, you know, it's more important than a human. So you got to take care of it like that. You know, those things, humans are a dime a dozen, but those cats, those are gods. Be careful with those. Hi, Jared and Keith. Hi. Yeah, there's Tim with the stupid name YouTube assigned him. Tim, I think you can change that, dude. I'm almost positive. So anyway, let's talk to you guys. I want to know some things about you guys. Since we last streamed, which was Sunday, tell me one thing briefly that has made you really happy since last Sunday. I just want to know what has happened in these times of pandemic. Hey, what's up, Ian? That has made you happy in the last almost week. You know what's making me happy? Oh yeah, so let me, while I'm waiting for you guys to answer the happy question, let me tell you, let me reach this. The music we're hearing is this very rare CD set. It's called The Most Powerful Healing Music in the World. It's by Mark Mothersbaugh. Mark Mothersbaugh. It's a 6 CD set. There he is actually recording it. I took that picture. He's actually at Mutata there at his organ, wearing his helmet, recording this. So this was music, a 6 CD set that we only played at gallery shows when I was doing visual art shows for Mark. We did art gallery shows every year for 10 years, little galleries around the world, and it was really fun. And he created this music especially for our opening receptions and gallery shows. So when I would get to the opening reception, after we set up the show and started letting people in, we would just put 5 or 6 CDs in a CD changer and just have it go all night. And it was great. So you can't get those CD sets anymore. I think they sell online for a whole bunch of money, but they're not really available anymore anywhere. Okay, so let's see here. Yesterday was sunny, long walks. Yeah, I've been taking a walk a day, right before or right after lunch. Hey, what's up, Phil? Let's see who else we got in here. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Okay, so the happy question, I gotta get back to that. So what made Sophia happy is practicing open chords, learning whippet on guitar. That's great. I love that video you put up of you doing the Devo song. I don't know if you've put up any more since, I don't think so, but that kind of stuff's great. And don't worry if it's not perfect, just the passion that you're showing in doing those videos is really cool, and I like it. Pornhub Premium being free is the best thing this week. I knew Brad would say something about that. I can hear you over there, Brad. You're right next door. I can hear when you're doing that. You need to close your windows. So let's see. Okay, so the long walks, the sunny stuff is making people happy. Alcohol's making Tim happy. Yeah, so what else do I have to say? I kind of need more answers on the happy question. I've only gotten a couple. Oh, so by the way, there's a couple, maybe a dozen or so people watching, a little more, maybe as high as 20 people. If you could hit the thumbs up if you haven't yet, that really helps. I know I always say that, but if you just think to hit that thumbs up while you're watching, that helps the something, algorithm, YouTube magic. That helps the YouTube magic get magical somehow. So thank you all in advance for doing that. Oh, see, I'm falling behind on the chat. I'm falling behind. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Pornhub. Okay, I got that. What's up? I'm with Tim. Being around nice, positive people. Oh, well, that's lucky of you to be around people. I mean, you know, not that I particularly enjoy most people, but when you can't be around people, it's a little frustrating. Alcohol is also sunshine. Yes. Everybody's saying hi to each other. That's great. Haven't made any more yet. I will probably make another soon. Oh, good. That's good, Sophia. That's great. Keep making them. And no matter what you think about those videos, you'll look back on those and be happy you put them up there, because then you'll be able to see your progression into learning those songs perfectly. And then you'll play the devotional, and everybody will light their lighters in the crowd while you're playing, and have freakouts on acid while you're playing, whatever they do with those weird devotional things. Brad Sovine is rolling around laughing with tears in his eyes. That's good. I can hear that, Brad. God, I keep falling behind on the chat here. Yeah, Ian's here, Tim's here. Yep. What makes you happy, Ian? Any news on when that Devo doc will ever come out? No, it's not coming out. Why has it been held for proper release? Well, because the band didn't approve it. I can only speak for myself. When I saw it, I didn't think, the versions I saw of it, didn't strike me as something that should be a Devo movie. Especially after all the hype it got as a Devo documentary. It was not much of a Devo documentary that I saw. But, who knows why the other band members liked it or didn't like it. I mean, there were parts of it I remember liking, but it probably won't come out. But I don't know that. I could be wrong about that. It's not like I talked to them about it every day or anything. We only discussed it a few times. Acid at devotional, I'm in. Ha! I could see Phil on acid at the devotional. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, the documentary. No. Let's see. I don't know. Whale. Ian typed in something that I can't figure out. Whale, Brad, happy. I don't know. Virtual cheers and shots to you all. All right. Thank you again for being here, everybody. This was a pretty last-minute decision. I knew I wanted to stream this week again, but really kind of had to try to come up with a reason. And God, I can't believe the cats both left the room as soon as I started streaming. I had it all set up. They were on the couch. And man, they're just not cooperating. Hey, Cricket, I got your toy in here, for crying out loud. Imagine Devo having a documentary. I know. Well, gosh, I really wish that when I saw the documentary, it was something where I said, oh my God, this is great. This is exactly what the Devo documentary needs to be. It just wasn't that for me for some reason. What made the band look bad? I don't think it was a question of the band looking bad. I mean, there was a few things that were shot, later in the career, Something for Everybody tour, where the band was arguing backstage, but that happens all the time. That really wasn't a big deal. I just thought that it was too much of that kind of live concert or backstage footage and not enough of real history on the band, or it wasn't a real story of a band that started as an art project and became mainstream pop music. That's what I wanted to see. But it wasn't that. It was something else. It was so long ago, though. I can barely remember what was in that thing, that movie. It sure was exciting having those guys around shooting the movie, though. I mean, when they were traveling with us on tour, it was kind of cool to have those cameras around. But, I think the movie was made up too much of that stuff. Very interesting, Sophia says. Very interesting. But yeah, I am not an expert on the documentary situation. Like I said, I never really sat in a room with the band and discussed details. We discussed it a couple of times on the phone, but really, there wasn't much discussion about it with me. Hey, Mike Moore, what's happening, man? Hey, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it, brother. And if you could give me a thumbs up while you're here, that'd be awesome. So what we're doing, Mike, if you want to hang out for a second, I'll tell you. We are, thanks, Mike. Look. No dogs, no masters, Mike. That's how I roll. So, Mike, what we're doing is, yesterday I was cleaning up my office as part of my isolation activity, my being productive in isolation. And I found these original adoption papers for my two cats, my daughters. And I'd forgotten about these. And it reminded me that I adopted them in June 2012. It also reminded me of their original names, Star and Stone. Now they are Miss Meowser and Miss Cricket. And so it reminded me of that, and also reminded me that they were found in the woods before they went to this pound where I adopted them. And so nobody really knew their birth date. But it was assumed, it was estimated that they were about 2 months, maybe 2 months, 2 weeks old when I adopted them in June, early June. So then that made me think yesterday, oh my God, the birthday's probably right around now, end of March, beginning of April. So I thought I would do a stream today celebrating my cats' birthdays. Of course, they have no concept of that kind of thing, so they're not here to celebrate with me. But I'm celebrating, Mike Moore. And I hope you're celebrating with us. Hope we can hang out for at least a few, Mike. Let me tell you, most of the people in this chat here are hardcore Devo fans. Devotees, Spuds, Beautiful Mutants. So that's who you're going to see a lot of here. But I appreciate you coming over because you're from a whole different community on YouTube. And I really do appreciate your being here. And Mike, I wanted to ask you something. If you want to be a mod here, I would certainly mod you up since you have so much experience in other chats. But I can understand if you don't want to be because you're not really here a lot. So. But I got wine, and I'm celebrating my cat's birthdays. I had it all planned out, guys. I had the camera all set up to catch the girls, and I swear, 5 minutes before I went live, Cricket was, oh, I don't know, Mike. Somebody bought me this for Christmas or my birthday a year or two ago. So online somewhere, I would just search "No Gods, No Masters," no dogs, no master. And yeah, no dogs, no masters. Search that. I'm sure it'll come up. I mean, I know the person who got me this got it online just a year or two ago. So, Mike, you want me to mod you up or no? Just let me know. Hey, who else is here? Hey, if you're here and you haven't said hi, please say hello. I'd like to know who is up in here. Joanne, you are too much of a performance artist to be a mod. I can't trust Joanne as far as I could throw her. I could probably throw you a few feet, but I can't trust you more than a few feet. Sophia is laughing. Let me see here. Who else we got in here? Come say hi, people. Oh, another thing I want to tell you guys. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I know you're in and out, Mike. I'll just do it just because you're one of the people that I recognize. Wait, how do I mod you up here? Remove, put user in timeout. Oh, add moderator. There we go. There you go, Mike. Hey, thanks for your help. And whenever you can jump in and help me mod, that'd be great. I don't really need mods that much except to remind people about whatever, my links or whatever, but I don't really have any problems in here with anybody. Hey, David Stevens. How's it going? Hey, thanks for stopping by. We're just kind of semi-celebrating my cat's birthdays. which is assumed to be around now. I found out from their original adoption papers. And so we're just doing that, hanging out, having a little chit chat. Hey, Mayo. Oh yeah, I'm glad you made it too. Let me just. Hey, what's up, P. Lamb? Toronto in the house. So just let me tell you, Mayo, P. Lamb, people are just showing up. Yesterday I was cleaning my office. I found my original adoption papers for my 2 cats. And it gave me information on, it reminded me when I adopted them in June of 2012. And it also reminded me of how old they are. I never really knew their exact birthdays, but these papers tell me that they were born probably in late March or early April. So when I found that out yesterday, I was like, well, I have to do something this week in honor of their birthdays. But like I was telling people earlier, I think the main thing they're going to want to celebrate, if they had a concept of holidays and celebrations, is their date they moved here, their adoption date, 6/4/2012, June 4th, 2012. So yeah, no, they're related. They're sisters. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I adopted them, because I wanted 2 tabbies who are sisters to adopt. I made that decision because I remember now there was a sale that day on adopting animals, and it was 2 for 1. So basically, you paid for one animal to get fixed or all the shots, and you got another animal for free and all the food that comes with it. So it was a good deal. It was a good time for me to finally get 2 cats, because I've only really ever had 1 cat in my adult life as a pet. So yeah, so I got that sorted out with them, and it was 2 for 1, and so that's what made it happen. Lisa's cat looks like one of the family. Oh yeah? Those tabbies, man, they all look alike, right? Bad Elk 08. What is that? Now, what is that? Is that, what's the, does it say Hanna-Barbera? What does that say? I'm trying to read the Russian like English, and it looks like Hanna-Barbera to me. What is Bad Elk 08? Is that just some horse malarkey? Hey, Mayo, happy birthday to the cats. Thanks. I just saw one of them walking around here. Hey, Cricket, is that you? Let me see if that's Cricket. Hold on a second. I don't think so. I think I was seeing things. Okay, so the music is still okay. Can you guys hear that at all? David, if you go out shopping or just for a walk, we all need to dress in full Devo garb, yellow suits, domes, 3D glasses. Yeah. You know, David, if those yellow suits were still available, we could be selling them right now and they would be useful to the world, right? But unfortunately, they're not available anymore. Let's all get on here and make you another YouTube COVID pay to feed them kitties and wine. That's nice. Yeah, well, the cats love things. They love things. They love, I've got a couple of things here for them if they were up here. I have their treats and their catnip. And actually, these treats were donated by a subscriber. Pretty cool, huh? They come in handy. Mayo, I've been wearing my cheap 3D glasses I got from Amazon for the past few days. That'll help. That'll protect you. Mike Moore, I'm very proud of my daughter. Instead of Christmas and birthday gifts each year, instead of gifts for her, she has people donate straight to local cat shelters. Your daughter rules. Your daughter rules, Mike Moore. Tell her that I think she rules. And I hope you find her one of these shirts. I mean, I really love this shirt a lot. Causes a little stir with dog people, but, you know. This is how cats feel. No dogs, no masters. That's how cats feel, not how I feel. Yeah, Mike Moore, thanks for that story. That gives me hope for humanity. After this, I'm going for a walk in my full suit. Well, David Stevens, I don't know what kind of YouTube channel you have, or if you are able to live stream, but that sounds like a good live stream idea. Yellow suits are always fashionable. You know, from now on, I think pandemic is going to be a fashion mode, you know. The latest in pandemic wear. Even if there's not a pandemic going on, I think pandemic fashion is going to really take off. You heard it here first. We'll all be jumping on the pandemic fashion bandwagon. Spuds in duds. That's a good one, Sophia. That's a good one. All right, so I have other news to tell you. If you're interested in knowing, I've been finding other things in my quest to clean up and organize my house. One of those things I found was a box, or actually 2 or 3 boxes, mini DV tapes. Now, mini DV tapes were actual digital tapes that were in big clumsy video cameras 10 years ago or so. And I found a whole box of them that I filmed over the years, mostly at Devo concerts. Like, here's a bunch of Devo stuff from 2009 tour. I think this is like England. But anyway, hundreds of these tapes from mostly Devo concerts, probably dating from, I'm going to guess, 2004 to 2010 or 11 or 12, something like that. So, yeah, so really high-end, great video for the most part. Now, some of these, the audio isn't great. You know, for various reasons, some of these aren't worth putting on YouTube, but I am finding some stuff in these tapes that is pretty cool that I'm going to have to get digitized, or get off the tapes and into a file, and so I can upload them, and I might have to do some editing. But anyway, coming soon is going to be stuff from all these mini DV tapes that I found. That's a good quote, David Stevens, straight from the Devo mouth. Tim's gonna need a larger suit, guys. Tim's been snacking and drinking wine. He needs a larger suit. Let me see. Oh yeah, now see, Mayo's asking how to donate, Mike Moore, if you're still here. You're gonna round up some donations for your daughter here tonight if you're not careful. No, you should upload them. Oh yeah, well, David Stevens, that is the plan for certainly. I'm gonna take really little gold nuggets from these tapes, hopefully over the next, God, I could imagine it's gonna take a year to go through all these and pull out the good bits, but unfortunately a lot of the tapes are just really pulled back tripod shots of the whole stage show. Every now and then I was able to get the tripod up closer to the stage and get kind of a more interesting shot, but mostly these tapes are just documenting Devo's performance, because I always thought any Devo show could be the last. So every Devo show that I'm at, my job was to set up that tripod and get the whole show, if possible, recorded on tape just for the archives, just in case that was the last show. So I have, I saw the last show 100 times or more, so none of those were the last. But we have them. For a good measure, we have those things in the archives, and I'm going to be pulling off little bits if I can. Mr. Lamb, I am listening to something really rare. It's a 6 CD set by Mark Mothersbaugh of Devo. Mark Mothersbaugh. It's called The Most Powerful Healing Music in the Entire World. It's a 6 CD set of stream of consciousness organ music that he recorded himself at Mutato Musica, and there's his picture at his studios, Mutato Musica, recording it. But this was only available at art shows that I did for Mark Mothersbaugh for about 10 years. Mark and I booked art shows all over the world at little tiny hole-in-the-wall galleries, and we would have opening reception, obviously, for every one of these. So I would come to the opening reception, and we would play this music at some of those art shows. So that's what you're hearing. Cool. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Devotional 2020 is still going on. We have not gotten any word from the venue or anybody that's canceled yet. And if it does move from July, we'll reschedule it, but there's no word. End of July still looks good right now, everybody, so we will continue in that mode. Well, don't worry, it's going to happen at some point. But I'm hopeful it's still going to be July. Power from, yeah, the most power. Hey, Toth, nice to see you. Toth Wilder, very dedicated devotee, hardcore collector, and professional geek. And I say that with love, Toth. I have October reserved, but we are proceeding with July. Thanks, Nick. Okay, you heard here, folks. If the devotional has to move from July, it's going to be in October. That's good news. So we know what's going to happen, everybody. Just keep your head up, stay positive. We'll get there. We'll all hang out again and have the great time we always have there. Trying to convince my dad to take us early for devotional Thursday. Oh yeah, you got to come to the party in my room. It's so, last time we had, let me just back up. We're talking about devotional fan gathering that happens almost every year in Ohio, and this year was going to be the 20th anniversary. So it's become a tradition over the past, I don't know, 10 devotionals or so, that I have a little party in my hotel room the Thursday before the 2-day devotional starts. So devotionals on Friday, Saturday, Thursday night before the devotional, we have this insane late night party in my room, and all the spuds get there. And anyway, so we had the guys in Fight Milk, the kids in Fight Milk came by last year, and it was really fun to have them. They were drinking their Pepsis or whatever, and it was cool. So yeah, of course, Sophia, you should swing by. Sophia, look, you got a ride with Nick already. Monster Man. Who's talking about Monster Man? Monster Man. That's a Devo song, by the way, everybody. One of their most recent compositions. Toth, you can't see me though, I'm invisible. Oh yeah, oh, Toth sending the love. Thank you. Okay, you're good. Fight milk, milk fight. Yes, they do rock. Are there any tomatoes at your party? Oh, the party's packed full of tomatoes. Tomatoes, man, there's tomatoes everywhere. Tomatoes are everywhere up in there. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for joining me in this little hangout here on a Thursday evening. I swear these cats are pissing me off, but they leave as soon as I turn the camera on. I know about the song thanks to my Nintendo. Really? See, I'm not very knowledgeable about video games. I got some pollen in my throat or something. I had the windows open all day. Finally had to turn the AC on about an hour ago. It's like 80 degrees in here. Okay, let me catch up here. So at first it was like meeting a foreign government because I was far away. I didn't quite know anyone. Wait a second. What are you talking about? Oh, you had a good time at the party. Although at first it was like meeting a foreign government because I was from such far away I didn't quite know anyone. Ah, you know everybody now though, huh? It wasn't hard. Hey, good seats. What's happening? Nice to see you. 666 is truth, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's made for a good Iron Maiden song. That's for sure. That ain't pollen, Mike. That's Tim's fart gas swooping all the way down from Ohio to make me gag. You should have made Devotional 2020 mask and gloves. Well, yeah, should have, could have, whatever. Everybody's going to be making mask and gloves, though. I don't want to be just another event making mask and gloves. I mean, everybody's going to be making those, I'm sure. Yeah, Nintendo had a short video service, and they had the music video for Monster Man. Oh, okay. That's cool. Oh, that introduced you to Devo, Mayo? Monster Man was the first Devo song you ever heard? That's amazing. Wow. Hey, James. Hey, good to see you with your Smooth Noodle Maps image there. Hey, so thanks everybody for coming. We got a couple dozen people watching at least. If somebody can hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already, that really helps a lot. Even the thumbs down helps if you want to hit thumbs down, which somebody hated this. They just hit thumbs down. Is Mark going to be at Devotional don't know exactly about our special guests at this point, especially because of what's happening right now in the world. So we're waiting to announce special guests until we have more of an idea of who can definitely come. So wait for that info. Thanks, Nick. Um, Sophia says there's an awesome way to be exposed to Devo. Not gonna lie. Wow. Okay. So wow, Mayo, you were exposed to Devo through Monster Man. That is amazing. So what's your favorite Devo, Mayo, that you've heard so far? Oh man, I'm so far behind on the chat. God, see the chat on my. I'm watching on YouTube, and it doesn't automatically scroll up when there's new posts. So it's like I keep having to catch up. There's an awesome. Everyone can show up in their radiation suits. We are protected from the minis and the twids. Yes, yes. A few years later, I listened to Whip It, and since then have been hooked. Oh, okay. There was some crazy Amazon deal for the 2 LP Smooth Little Maps release for $16 a month ago. Wow, that is crazy, because that's about how much it costs to manufacture that. Pretty sure. I'd love to meet him. He's my idol. David Stevens. Yeah, well, one way to definitely have a good chance of meeting Mark is to go buy Mutata Musica in LA. Another way is to see him at a Devo show, because he's usually pretty cordial and friendly to people out and about. If you see him before the show, after the show, whatever, walking around, pretty friendly and approachable. So as long as you take your ass to some kind of Devo related event, there's a higher chance that you will meet your idol. Yeah, the Winter Olympics, Paul Lamb, or P. Lamb, that was something that was supposed to be broadcast when Devo did that, and it never was. I broke my YouTube. I really want to meet Jerry again. Yeah, there's a chance that he could be there too. We're just waiting on. We can't really announce anything about guests, obviously, right now, because nobody knows what's going on. But as soon as we have a good idea of who can actually be there, we will let you know. You should listen to the Tubes. Oh, I just listened to the Tubes last night. It was like a best of compilation or something, but I love the Tubes, and I don't think I've ever heard Up From the Deep. Is that a song or an album, or like what is that? I want to know what that is. You got into Devo from 80s compilation CDs, Sophia. That's incredible. Then you bought Freedom of Choice. Oh, wow. So what's your favorite album, Sophia, of Devo? Hey, Janice. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Wow, lots of people I know in here. This is really cool. Thank you all. At Machado, I went to see that building when I toured Hollywood. I was admiring the building for good, didn't want to bother anybody. Oh, come on, yeah. Yeah, they're pretty nice up in there. As long as they're not running around busy and trying to, make some special guests they're happy, directors or whatever, you'll be fine, I think. Janice, thank you. Have you heard the Cheap Trick recording that Steve Albini did? I did, Ian. I listened to the whole thing a couple nights ago on my desktop computer over there because it's got the best speakers on it. Not great speakers, but it sounded okay. I really wish I had that on a CD or CDs or something so I could boom it in my stereo, but it sounded pretty good. I kept thinking to myself when I heard that Cheap Trick Steve Albini stuff that I wanted to hear certain songs in that style, but it was not to be. Yeah, New Traditionalist is my favorite Devo album, Sophia. Because I think it was because that was the album that was released when I was a fan. Like, I didn't discover Devo until Freedom of Choice with it. So I was ready when New Traditionalist came out, and I was so psyched to see their new look and their new costumes and the album cover, and I was just so impressed with the whole package. Because I'm a big fan of the band putting themselves on the cover. With lots of bands I like, Kiss, Devo. I like when the band is on the cover, the Dickies. So Devo hit that one out of the park with New Traditionalists. Gene Now is my favorite. Very cool. Paul I keep saying Paul Lamb. Is your name Paul Lamb or is it Peter or what is it? Did you know it's great? Well, I can't. It's hard for me to pick a Devo album that's not great. But New Traditionalist made. Oh, thanks, Ian. You're gonna make me a CD of it. That's really cool. Thanks. Yeah, I can't wait to hang out with everybody again. Ian, everybody from Devotional. It's just kind of sucks not being able to do that. It is saving me money though. I gotta say. Not drinking alcohol or beer and liquor like we used to. I'm saving lots of money. Your first concert was Nutra, Janice. Oh, I'm so jealous of you. That must have been fantastic. Oh, Paul. Yeah, okay, right. Paul Lamb. I knew it was Paul. Thanks for that. Let's see. If you're stopping in to the video here, to the live stream, feel free to introduce yourself on the chat. I like to say hi. I like to try to know who people are so that I could greet you another time again. If anybody has any questions they want to ask me about anything, I mean, I suppose we could talk about Devo more, but anything musically, anything. Oh yeah, this music's taking me there. It's taking me right where I need to be. Do you think the 1978 live sample from Grandma Devo is a good introduction to somebody? Or should I still recommend an album? I think they should start with studio stuff. Start them with studio stuff. I'm eating goldfish crackers, by the way. Maybe go do with wine. Yeah. I would say start with studio stuff. You might want to start them with the Freedom of Choice record. Because, Whippet's on it. And you want to start, I think you want to start with that peak in their career. Because that was when they were just as pop and as kind of mainstream friendly as could be, really. And then you break them off into tangents after that, you can go anywhere after that record, but starting there really gives you the kind of classic, most well-known Devo sound, I would say. Now let me try to catch up with the chat here. Get some cats up in this bitch. I know. I tried to get them up here. I would have to go downstairs and try to wrangle them up here, which they probably are not interested in doing. They should come up here eventually. I mean, I can't believe it. They were just hanging out in the shop for so long. That's why I set up this shot here, because they were in the background. I am not going to eat actual goldfish, Nick. I do not want to hurt the goldfish. I've known Johnny for a long time, Tim, but I don't know him quite like you know him. This is an inside joke. Don't worry about it, everybody. So if I missed something that you said in the chat here, let me know. I'm trying to catch everything, but it's going a little fast. Hey, I just remembered I had the hardcore albums on digital, but now I can't seem to find them. Did digital remove them? I don't know what happens with digital music and Devo. I don't know who runs that or who manages that whole world. I don't know. It used to be a company called The Orchard. The Orchard? James, I've seen the tapes in a video, but I hope someday. I'm not sure what that means. I first heard Devo on Hardcore in a random store in Chicago in '99. When I asked who it was, like, best new ever, it's told way out of print. Oh, cool. Yeah, when I first heard the hardcore stuff, I hadn't really met Devo or anything yet, and it blew my mind to hear that stuff. Shake the treats bag. They don't really, I could try. Well, they're way downstairs. They're probably not going to hear it. We'll try it though. Usually, I'm really, I'm really chintzy with their treats with them. I usually only give them treats when something happens and they get upset about something, or they're hurt, or they're get their claw stuck on something or whatever. I give them a treat. Or when I'm trimming after I trim their claws, I give them treats because they hate trimming claws. They hate it. Open a can. Yeah, no. They already ate their canned food. They wouldn't really come up. Oh, hi, Heather, by the way. Thanks for coming, Heather. Let's see. Gosh, I'm so far behind. What COVID snacks did you stock up on? I really didn't stock up on a lot of stuff. I just bought enough for a week or so, and then I go get another week's worth. But some of the snacks I got that I usually don't get, I got I got a lot of fruit and salad. I'm getting a lot of that. But I also got Pop-Tarts, which I hardly ever get. I got Goldfish crackers. I got basically snacks that were on sale. I got some pretzels and some chippy things, and nothing exciting really. A lot of nuts, almonds and cashews and pistachios, that kind of stuff. I've been trying to not get a bunch of crappy junk food. I'm also trying not to get a bunch of bread, but I have gotten some bread. I got rye bread. I think that's better than white for sure, but man, I love bread so much, it's really hard to kick that habit. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a food person, so I haven't really been buying a lot of, stuff that I usually don't buy. Just sticking to my regular stuff, but I have been bad, and I bought some sugary, sweet snacks that I don't usually get. It's the reason I'm bulky, Nick says. Oh, bulky bread. I have not eaten McDonald's in over a month, and I'm going crazy. Oh, yeah, I grew up on that stuff. I ate McDonald's every day when I was a kid because that's the only place I could walk to get lunch when my parents were at work. So that's comfort food for me for sure, but I try not to eat a lot because, again, bread. There's lots of bread in McDonald's, although I love that McDonald's bread. It's gross. I love it. Been splurging on the alcohol. Yeah, actually, speaking of stuff I don't usually buy, wine. I usually don't buy wine. But as I was saying in an earlier stream, in a past stream, I don't drink alone typically. In fact, I never drink beer or liquor alone. It's always with people. And what I figured out was, even if I tried to drink beer and liquor on a stream like this with you guys, I would just end up going crazy afterwards because of all the sugar and all the energy that stuff gives me, really. I would just go crazy not being able to be social with people. So wine, on the other hand, I seem to be able to drink it with you guys when I'm on stream, and it's relaxing, and it's kind of a nice virtually social kind of thing. So anyway, I don't drink alone, but I do drink on stream when I'm with you guys. Wine, and that's something I don't typically buy. Cheap Trick. Severe alcoholic. Yes, Julian. I am just ravaged with alcoholism. I was never a fast food person. Well, that's smart, Sophia. Of course, now when you're 27 or 35, all of a sudden you're going to discover it again, and you're going to be a fan, and you're going to be addicted. You're going to be like, wow, I never had this stuff when I was a kid. What was I thinking? I need to eat this all the time. Is Mark going to shed light on those tapes in the basement of Mutado? I'm not sure what tapes you're talking about. Last time I went to Mickey D's was to get a Shamrock Shake. Oh, right. I never did like McDonald's shakes. Sophia's totally weakness for me. It's another reason I'm bulky. Bulko Obsesso over there. Nick the bulky guy. Bulky. I've never heard it described as bulky. That seems like maybe your clothes are stuffed with something. I've seen Devo in bulky clothes. Bulky. All right, so We're talking about food for some reason, which is great. Um, what now? Have any of you been buying music online, records, tapes, CDs online the last couple weeks? I think we talked about this a little bit last time. My clothes are stuffed with blubber, packed full of blubber. Is Mark going to light the tapes on fire? Yes. Cheesy vulva on green just arrived? What does that mean? That sounds like you have to go to the hospital. I haven't done any online shopping, but a lot of YouTube streaming. Oh, cool. Well, here you are, YouTube streaming again. A lot on eBay, a batch of vine. Oh, Jason Lindsay's up in the house. Buy more stuff. Hell yeah, Jason. What's one of the things you're really looking forward to getting? Like something that stands out as something you're really, really looking forward to getting. You spent your money on Gleaming Spires, Joanne. Well, that's a good, you know. And David Kendrick makes music. It's pretty good. So I would say it's great that you spent your money on Gleaming Spires. Chesty Vulva album on green vinyl. Oh, I don't know what Chesty Vulva is. It still sounds like you might have to go to the hospital. They were supposed to come out with some sort of box set. Oh, Nick says. I can't wait to be able to go to record stores again. Yeah, I can't wait to go to thrift stores again and flea markets. I'm dying, man. I'm dying. It's the best weather for flea markets right now. I mean, North Carolina doesn't give you a big window of perfect weather, like non-humid, comfortable weather. And this is it right now. And I can't go to the goddamn flea market. I'm going crazy. Day gig 45. I don't know what that means. I forgot. Peter Godwin. Oh, I like some of his stuff. Yeah. What was that one song he did that I really liked? It was probably one of his big hits. God. I bet you if you take a guess, Jason, you'll be able to guess the song I'm thinking about. Peter Godwin song. Huh? Day gig for Pat Benatar. Oh, right. Tim with his Pat Benatar fetish. Yeah, thrifting, Paul. I'm really dying, man. I mean, for one thing, my eBay business is not doing as well because I can't go out and buy new product all the time to sell. Every week or two, I was going out to thrift stores and finding great stuff, and it was Images of Heaven. That's right. That song. Okay, let me tell you a story about that song. That song was part of a cassette tape that I was given when I was in high school, I believe. It might have been junior high school. But anyway, I knew somebody who was older, a girl who was older than me, and she was in college. She was at UNC Chapel Hill in North Carolina. And she was into alternative music and punk rock and new wave. And I had kind of a crush on her, and she would send me cassette tapes of college radio. She would just record songs off the radio and send me a tape. But she would never list who was on the tape, the band names or anything. And so I just had this tape that she sent me, and I called it Happy Songs because listening to the tape made me really happy. It had stuff on it like Missing Persons in Berlin and Sparks and Peter Godwin and Industry and all these great synth pop new wave bands, some punk rock stuff. But a lot of the stuff, I didn't know what it was for years. I mean, I knew what Missing Persons was in Berlin, and there were some staples I knew. But like Peter Godwin and Industry and John Fox, all these songs were on this tape, and it took me many years to figure out who it all was because, you know, how did you do that back in the day of cassettes? You couldn't just Google the song or whatever. But now when Google came around, that's when I started searching for all those people who did those songs, and finally found all of them. And you know, Peter Godwin, though, that song is great. Images of Heaven, that's a good one. Okay, let me catch up again on the chat. Okay, cool. Jason Lindsay is for you people who don't know. Jason Lindsay, your YouTube channel should become basically a report on your eccentric collecting and your Devo fandom and all that stuff, you should have a YouTube page. I would be there watching your streams. I don't know how many subscribers you have right now or what your deal is with content on your page, but if you just start putting videos up of you working on the rooms, you could have a video of just you doing the floor in the new traditionalist room, or whatever people would watch. And once you get up to 1,000 subscribers, you can stream. I think that's how it works. You can do live streams like this. Nick, you didn't buy cassettes. Right. Well, I remember there was a period when I bought cassettes because I had a car, my first car, my 1971 Torino, or was it 70? I think it was 71, had a cassette player in it, so I bought cassettes for a while because that just made sense in my life, right? Oh, yeah, good seats. Yeah, you got to talk to Jason about what he's doing to his house. It's amazing. He's the man with the master plan, Jason Lindsay. So, anybody here want to give me ideas on future videos to do? Not live streams, but those little videos I put up. I've got some planned. I've got a new autograph video that's going up soon in the next couple of days. I'm going to be doing more vinyl from my collection, focusing on different themes or different elements of my collection, like, for instance, maybe weirdest records, or maybe I'll do stuff you wouldn't think that I would be collecting, or I don't know how to word that. Stuff that might surprise you that I collect, or something like that. But I have a lot of things planned as far as those two things go, autographs and records. But I'm thinking of other 71 Torino. Oh yeah, loved that car. I had that car for so many years. I think I bought it when I was 16 for $500 from a friend of mine, and I had it till, God, man, I had that thing from the 80s to I had it at least 10 years. Proper tour of your house and all its art. Good seats, that's a little, I did do a video. I think if you go to my YouTube page, you'll see the featured video. It says something like, welcome to my home, let me show you around or something. And I did a brief walk around tour, but it's hard to do that because if I start showing anything in detail, it makes me want to tell the story about that thing. And I can't just tell every story about everything going through the house. I have to be selective, Here's a story about this autograph thing. Here's a story about how I got these little tchotchkes over here, whatever. But I did do a brief tour. And that was done about 5 months ago, that tour. So I'm thinking in the next month or so, I'm going to kind of redo, update that introduction video. It's kind of like an introduction video to my channel because it's one of the first streams I ever did, if not the first. And it's just basically an introduction to where I live and what I do. So I'm going to probably update that in the future, in the near future. The car was bigger than you, Janice. Most cars are bigger than you, Janice. I don't think there's many cars that are smaller than you. More Devo stories. Yeah, that's a given. Do not be selective. Do an hour-long This Is My House video. I couldn't get it all done in an hour. I could get 3 or 4 autograph stories done in an hour, So it's like, there's so much stuff in the house. I would, I could see doing a brief run-through, kind of like, here's the house. But I'm not going to focus in on anything specific, right? Starsky and Hutch. Janice is very small. Janice is 1.5 feet tall. Cats. I know. Where are the cats? I'm celebrating their birthday. Look, cats, I know you have no concept of holidays and birthdays, but you should be up here celebrating. What if I went? You guys want me to try to find them? I can go down and try to find them. All right. You guys just hold it down here. Right? Hold it down. I'm gonna go walk downstairs really quick, okay? Hold on. Hold on. Hey, Cricket, there you are. Where are you? Okay. Hey, Cricket, look at this. Look, Randy. Shit. Okay, well, the cats are here. Here. Trying to get them. Well, they're here now. They're in the room. So everybody say happy birthday to the cats. They don't care. They don't care. Okay, Robert Palmer's Gary Newman cover. I'm trying to, 20 kitty butts. I'm trying to catch up here. Come here, girls. Come here, honey. What's the matter, guys? Let me see if I can. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Come on, girls. Look, the toys are over here, girls. I just threw the toy over here. Here. Cricket. You want this? Cricket. See, they know something's up. They know the camera's on, and they know people they don't know are watching them, and they're freaked out a little bit. Because they're just sitting here looking at me like they're confused about something. All right, I'm way behind on the chat. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Devo Torino. Toth, what are you talking about? You said records online surely have. Hey, let me put another CD in, okay? Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody. Okay. More Mother's Ball music is coming up. There's Meowser. You see Meowser back there? Come here, girl. Oh, Meowsy. Oh, Meowser. All right. So we got the cats here. Kitty Herb. Well, they're not. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Come here, girls. Come here, girls. Come here. Come here, girls. Ready? Ready? Come here. Over here. Here. Hey, come here. Cricket, here. There you go, There you go. There you go. Have some treats. Have some treats. Don't barf. Those cats are not cooperating. They're just not cooperating. Look at them. There they are. Yeah, they're not very trickster kind of cats. They don't do tricks. They just look at them. They're gonna barf. They're gonna barf. Bring your cats to devotional. Wow, I wish I could. I wish I could. Have you ever had any cat-related damage to your archives? Yeah, but very little. Very little. It's not like they caught the records or anything like that. Every now and then they'll jump on top of my record bins downstairs when they're scared. When, I don't know, somebody comes in the house and they don't know them or whatever. And every now and then I'll notice a little nick or two in those records, but I try to keep them off the record bins down there. Every now and then they barf on something, but not really. There's never been a catastrophe. No, Nick, there's never been a catastrophe. Well, hi, honey. What? Are you not happy with the amount of treats I gave you? Well, then suck it. If there can be no cats, fursuit. Oh yeah, I remember the gorilla costume. I think furries should show up at the devotional. I'm really into the furries thing. Those costumes are so great. Mm-hmm. There has to be some kind of damn furry that shows up one year with the articulated mouth. Oh my goodness. Cat barf is a way of life. My cats don't barf a lot. I mean, they go through periods where they barf. Like Cricket was barfing fairly recently. I had to take her to the hospital. But usually they're not like, they don't have hairballs all the time or anything. They every now and then they eat too quick or something and they barf. But usually it's all good. Jerry can bring his like horse-sized cat. Visage. Oh yeah, I like them, Jason. Again, let me apologize if I missed something in the chat that somebody's asked me. Feel free to ask again because I lost track when I walked away there for a minute. Hey, so thanks everybody again for leaving thumbs up. I appreciate it. And for all of you who subscribed, I appreciate it. Cat Devotional, I would be there. I would be at the Cat Devotional. This is good virtual socializing music, right? To virtual socializing. Hey, Tim, what are you drinking right now? Is anybody else pouring another drink right now? Just me? Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. Little wine on my leg and the floor. Little wine on the floor. Oh. I had some milk. Oh man, I had some milk earlier. Man, I can't. I'm not into milk like I used to be. Every now and then I'll have milk with cookies, but that's very rare. Boogie Boy. Boogie Boy ran ice cream truck. That would be good. Modelo, Jason. Okay, cool. Okay. Down that thing. Oh yeah. Tim is drinking wine. Carrot juice, Joanne. Janice, you like this music? Is that what you're talking about? Cool. So, what other streams do you guys watch? Do you follow certain people, certain communities? Because I know on YouTube there's like, you know, the RV community, there's the drama community, there's the beauty community, there's the music community, there's the vinyl community. What do you guys get into? Tom Collins, ready for number 3. Go, Stina, go. Oh, okay, Fantastic Plastics. Okay, Twitch. Yeah, I haven't explored Twitch yet. I haven't really moved into that zone yet. But is there a Devo community on YouTube? I don't think there is. Is there? I know there is on Discord, but. Rock on, Stina, says Tim. Angry Orchard. Oh, so Mayo, you're not old enough to drink. Well, it's, you know, it's something. Who's shouting out who? Go ahead and shout out. My day normally consists of music and horror movies. My routine is the same each day. Really? Oh man. Jason is a trip. Man, I'm trying to keep up here, but wow, it's a lot to read. I watched the live stream earlier by musician Brett Newski. Earlier, it was his Patreon members. Oh, okay. So you're a Patreon member of his, right, Stina? Somebody convinced me to get Patreon, and I set it up, but I really don't know why anybody would do that. So it's kind of like I have a Patreon, but I don't know why anybody would sign up for that, and I can't really figure out how to use it. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. Oh, that's cool, Stina, that you support them like that. That's cool. Just doing my work, Impaled Nazarene says. I'm going to call you Impaled Nazarene from now on. The cats left again. Have you guys noticed? They came in here, they got their treats, they split. And Cricket's up here hiding somewhere. Because I thought she was downstairs earlier, but she was up here, sneaking around. And as soon as I turn the camera off and stop talking to you guys, they'll come right back on the couch and they'll do their thing. But like I said, who can blame them? They have no concept of birthdays or celebrations like that. They don't care. He sends stuff to me, shirts, album stickers on top of special content. That's cool. I mean, if it made sense for me to set something like that up, I would, but it really doesn't. I don't know what I could provide people, really. I mean, you'll see, if you go to my Patreon, you'll see where I have it broken up into these little, donation groups or whatever, and I don't know. If anybody has any ideas on how I should run my Patreon, or if I should have one at all, I don't know. I remember when I first started these YouTube streams, somebody said, oh, you should get Patreon. And I did, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it fits for me or my audience. Happy cat birthdays, Cardinal Sin in the house. Cardinal Sin, I got your the Devo Riots thing. I haven't read through them all yet. I did read the first page, like you said. I dared to read the first page. I did. I gotta say, it's a little. I'm not a fantasy reader. I'm not a reader in general, as far as like fiction stuff or fantasy stuff or comic books or anything like that. So it's a little way into that zone, and so I'm trying to wrap my head around how to even read it, because it's way out in fantasy zone. Like it's like, I'm just not used to reading that kind of stuff. So it's going to take me a minute to wrap my head around it. But thanks for sending me that. Let's get caught up here. Happy cat birthdays. Thank you, Cardinal Sin. Cardinal Sin, let me just tell you, Cardinal Sin is one of my supporters here, and he has to know this. So, Cardinal Sin, I found these two adoption papers when I was cleaning my office the other day, my adoption papers for my kitties. And their names used to be Star and Stone, but now they're Miss Meowser and Miss Cricket. Anyway, I adopted them back in June of 2012. And these papers reminded me that when I adopted them, they had been found in the woods as little kittens. And they were only estimated to be around 2 months and 2 weeks old. So with that information, I figured out that they're probably born right around the end of March or early April. I just was reminded of this yesterday, so I figured I should do a little stream celebrating their kind of sort of near time birthday right now. But like I said earlier, the date that they're really going to want to celebrate is this June 2012 date, June 4th, when they moved into this house. So that's the start on their new life. So we'll be celebrating that on the 4th. Science fiction, that's right. I don't read a lot of science fiction, and it's way in science fiction mode. So I've got to kind of take it in and try to not regurgitate. Because I'm so dizzy with sci-fi, right? If you're not somebody that reads a lot of sci-fi and really gets into it, reading sci-fi, fiction can be real out there. I have to wrap my head around it. Who the fuck is Tom? Hey, Tom, what's up? Nice to see you, man. So So yeah, Cardinal Sin, thanks for coming to help me celebrate the cats' birthdays. Of course, I keep trying to get the cats in here to celebrate, and they don't care. They don't care when their birthday is. They have no care about that. No caring. So it's kind of hard to get that going. I wonder if your cats regret their decision. Ha! No, their previous house was the woods. They were found in the woods when they were just several weeks old. They had no parents around, no mom. They were just found alone in the woods. So nobody knows their story, and nobody knows exactly when they were born. But this house is definitely better than the one they had. Good on you for saving the kitties. Well, yeah, I had to. At the time, I was living with somebody, and I thought, and I was traveling a bit for work. I was going on tour a bit, but I thought, well, since I'm living with somebody, I can have a cat or two, and this person will help me take care of them and watch them when I'm out of town. And that was good for a couple of years. But then when that person moved out, I had two cats by myself, but luckily that was right around the time I started not touring so much. So I've been able to be a pretty good dad. Amanda, hey, Mr. T. So yeah, also Cardinal Sin, let me tell you this. I discovered during my cleanup here at home, during this isolation period, a box of mini DV tapes. Well, actually several boxes. Tapes like this. A lot of the stuff is from Devo tours I've done over the years, footage I've shot, some of it's other bands, but I'm taking all the golden nuggets out of these tapes. I'm going to eventually get them digitized, and I'll upload some stuff to YouTube. So that's coming soonish. Poly 6 glasses on Boogie back there. Poly 6 glasses on Boogie back there. Oh, way back there. No, those are really weird glasses that Mark Mothersbaugh gave me. When we were in his storage space, I can't believe you can see that way back there, but when we were in his storage space fairly recently over the last few years, he had these glasses frames, and then across the glasses frames was glued a piece of film, pornographic film. So there's a piece of old, ancient, yellowed film from a reel of pornography. It's just strapped across the glasses frame. So that's what Boogie's wearing back there, to answer your question. Yeah, I know, David Stevens. What? Oh, Nick, hey, bye. Nice to see you, man. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it, Nick. Kitty cacophony. Thanks, Ian, for the birthday greets from your cats. Appreciate it. Yeah, early virtual reality porn. Yeah, that's really early. Yeah. I'm glad to see everybody here. It's great. It's great to see. So, Cardinal Sin, let me just tell you that a lot of these people, if you don't know, a lot of these people in the chat, they are lots of hardcore Devo fans that I've known for years and years. And a lot of these people come to the devotional every year. And so everybody say hi to Cardinal Sin. I don't know if you want me to tell him your real first name, Cardinal Sin, but say hi to Cardinal Sin. He's a great guy. He's also a Devo fan, and he has been very supportive of me here on YouTube. So yeah, you guys, you'll do anything for a pair of those? Are you talking about Boogie's porn glasses? Hey, yeah, Mayo, say hi to Cardinal Sin. He's good. And I don't know, Cardinal Sin, are you trying to, you don't have a channel where you're actually trying to get subscribers, or you don't put a lot of content up there, do you? I was going to say people should sub you up, but I don't know if you're really into getting subs. What are you talking about, Tom? Oh, those glasses appeared in Twins. Oh, yeah, I barely remember what you're talking about, but yes, I do know of that movie. Sophia says, what up? Yeah, everybody's saying hi to you, Cardinal. Mr. Sin. I'm going to call you Mr. Sin. Mr. Sin, come on in. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. And if you're just showing up to the chat here, Feel free to pop in the chat, say hi, tell me where you're from or what you're doing or how you found this thing, this channel. Most of these people in the chat I know from real life. Yeah, I think Cardinal Sin, Mr. Sin, have I ever met you face to face? I can't remember. Cardinal. But yeah, Cardinal's always up in here. And actually, Cardinal, I want to reach out to you as well and see if you wanted to be a mod here, because you're always here for most of my streams. No YouTube channel yet. Okay, right. Well, I noticed you did have a couple of videos listed there, but yeah. If you want to be a mod, I can mod you up, but if you don't want to be a mod, it doesn't matter. I won't take offense. But it's not that I really even need mods in here, but when I see somebody who shows up to most of the streams, I like to give them that opportunity, just in case I would ever need one, or just in case you want to remind people of specific links on my About page or whatever, things that mods do. But Tom, you're not here all the time. I can mod you up, but you're not really here for all the streams, are you? Shit, I'll mod you up. But you gotta try to be here. Try to be here, Tom. But yeah, Cardinal, if you want to or don't want to, let me know. What do you want me to do? No, need you to do. Well, I mean, just do what mods do. Usually they stop troublemakers from coming in or starting trouble, but I'm more of a rocker. That's a good one, Cardinal. That's really great. Yeah. So anyway, you can also remind people of my little links that I have on my About page. The one for donations, PayPal, or the I Threw Up site, or the Diva Obsessive site, or whatever. You don't have to barrage people with it, but every now and then, it's nice to drop that stuff in there, or to remind people to give a thumbs up or whatever. Drinking Jack's Abbey, but Michael's red wine. Yeah, I was telling people earlier, Amanda, I don't usually buy wine. I certainly don't ever drink wine by myself. But during this isolation period, I've found that I don't enjoy drinking beer and liquor, especially by myself. I just don't get into it. So I started buying wine. How do I get Jerry's wine? Well, you go to, just do a Google search for 50 by 50 wine. I believe you can order it online, but I think it's iffy where they can ship it in the U.S. Like, I don't think North Carolina can have wine shipped to it. I don't think. Yeah, drinking alone, David. I can't do it. I can't drink alone, Stevens. I only drink when I'm with people here on the YouTube or socially with people. Stina, haha, skull. Skull? Yeah, you can't get Massachusetts either. That's what I thought, Amanda. Some of these states don't let you ship the wine. Now, my friend Tim did get wine shipped to him recently, so I know Ohio can do it. But I want to say that I think Jerry shipped wine to me once, but maybe it was packed in with other things or something. I seem to remember getting some here. Or you know what it may have been? I think he may have given it to me in LA and I put it in my luggage to get it back here. I can't remember. I have to tell my parents when I drink, David Stevens. I guess I could have some kind of seance and tell my parents when I'm drinking to reach them in the afterlife. Oh, okay, yeah, Scandinavians. Okay, gotcha. This grand celebration of my cat's birthday without my cats being present, it's fun, isn't it? Isn't it fun? Here we go, fun. Well, Tom, my cats, as soon as I turned on the camera, Cricket was playing right there. And I was throwing a toy and she was going back and forth to the couch. Meowser was sleeping over here. And then I turn the camera on, get everything set up, play the music, they left. I don't know how they know. I don't know how they know when people are watching this thing, but they skedoodle usually every time. I don't know why. I set the whole shot up because they were on the couch, right? So, anyway. Those gods, you can never predict those gods, those cats. Here's an idea for some videos you can do, Pilmer. You can go over the history of some of the bands you've been in. Yeah, I could do that. I don't know if people are really interested in that. I could certainly do streams about bands that I've been in, but I'm not sure how many people are interested in that. If enough people want to do that, I'll certainly do that. But I'm not really good at talking about my own bands. I feel kind of weird about that, but yeah, I'll certainly do it. You love the music, Cardinal Sin? Did I tell you what that was yet? Cardinal Sin? Did I hip you to that yet? Remind me, because I've been telling people as they come into the room what's going on. Any idea when the Devo shop? Oh, okay, Jay, that's a good question. Thanks for coming, by the way. Jay, the store was actually a day or two, I'm going to say at the most a week away from launching, as soon as this whole pandemic thing really started. And as soon as everybody started going on lockdown and they started shutting companies down where you couldn't work in warehouses and stuff, that's when, the company that we're working with said, look, we got to send all our employees home. We have nobody to ship product. We have to shut down, and the store is on hold till further notice. So, it's unfortunate because we had some things coming in from overseas that were getting made, prototypes. That's all on hold. So, let me say though, as soon as things get more normal, that store will be opening soon. So, there's stuff waiting to be sold. There's new red energy domes. There's stuff waiting. There's new T-shirts, buttons, stickers. There's all kinds of stuff waiting. But the whole pandemic thing kind of threw a wrench into that. So thanks for the question, Jay. My state's rate of daily cases is flattening out. Luckily, school's closed for the rest of the school year, though. Wow, man, I wish I was a kid when school was closed for most of the year. That's a dream come true for lots of kids. Good seats. Gonna bankrupt yourself as soon as it comes online. Well, I hope it gets a good response. We're starting off with a new merch company, and I really want to make a pretty big splash with the launching of the site. So I've been really careful and really busy trying to get some really cool items added, other than just standard T-shirts and buttons and stickers. I'm trying to get some really cool items added, but it's a battle. Sucks being a senior though, no graduation. Well, Fernando, let me tell you, I could have done without my graduation when I was a senior. I only did it because, my parents were kind of interested in it, and I don't know, I didn't care. If it wasn't mandatory for me to show up at my graduation, I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have went straight to the beach or a concert or something instead. But yeah, I could have done without. I never went to prom. I never went to school dances. I never really did that kind of normie high school stuff. I was always off doing my bands or seeing bands or doing stuff outside of school. So I really did not care about graduation. Wearing that whole hat and the fucking, I didn't care. I don't really like rituals like that. Weddings, funerals, proms, graduations. I never was into any of that stuff. Yeah, me either, Cardinal Sin. Yeah, so Cardinal, did I tell you about the music? Let me just do that in case I haven't. Okay, so Cardinal Sin. This music is by Mark Mothersbaugh. It's a stream of consciousness organ music. So what he would do is he would set up in his Mutata Musica studios, and he would record he would sit down. Every time he sat down, basically he would record a CD of music. So he sat down 6 times, and he released this 6 CD set. It's called The Most Powerful Healing Music in the Entire World by Mark Mothersbaugh. And it's there's him recording it in Mutata Musica. And we made these available only at art shows that I did with him over a few years period. Uh, these these CDs would play at receptions for the art shows, and they were only available for sale there. Ha! Bootsy! Bootsy, that's great. Yeah, you were told incorrectly. Well, my parents never pushed any of that stuff on me. They barely cared about any of that stuff. So, uh, you know, the only pressure I had to go to senior graduation was because you had to do it if you were a student, basically. And it was kind of a celebratory thing with a lot of friends, but I just didn't like the whole ritual of it, the dressing up in those gowns and stuff. I didn't really care. Um, my only problem was not going out with a certain girl. She was a real tomato. Like, wow, yeah, well, you know, that stuff isn't always easy. The Pilms rules. Janice, you are so high. What are you? What are you talking about? I don't think I rule much. Emerald? Is Emerald here? Wait a second. Who's Emerald? Is Emerald here? The Emerald I know? San Francisco. Sorry to keep bugging you about Devo stuff, but when will we get reissues of some of the weirder stuff in the OG Spud Ring? Well, see, Spud Ring Action Vest, those things are difficult. Way difficult to have made, because here's the thing. If you think about it, the Energy Dome, you have to put a fair amount of work into making that. You have to have a mold made. You have to find a company to pop these things out. Usually we don't get many of those at once. Maybe we'll get 1,000 of them at once or something. But typically, in order to get stuff like that manufactured, you have to get a lot of them to make it worthwhile for the company to make them. Now, with the Energy Dome, the companies that make those for us, they usually do much bigger projects. Huge, dashboards for cars and refrigerator insides and stuff that they make, whole tons of. But the companies that we've found to do these agree to do them for us because they're Devo fans, basically, and the Energy Dome is an iconic thing, and they like doing it. But now, to get people to do the Spud Ring collar or the action vest or the hair, it's a totally different scene because not only can Devo not sell as many of those as they can Energy Domes, it just doesn't make financial sense for a lot of people to manufacture those things in such small quantities. And getting those things manufactured in any way is just a pain. Prototyping and molds and all that stuff is so expensive. So anyway, it's difficult to get those things made. But I'm trying. I'm trying to get some cool stuff made. Yeah, everybody wants pomp and spud ring, I know. But when it gets down to it, those things are not as marketable as the dome. And we would end up sitting on a bunch of that stuff in storage, which we can't really do with that stuff because it's fragile, and the more it sits around, and whatever, it's not good. Now the energy domes aren't fragile, but those pumps and the collars would be because they have to be made of different plastics. So, is that a gumball machine in the background? No. You mean over there? No. What's over there is a wooden elf from what I think was Macy's department store in New York City. It's an old Christmas prop. And on top of the wooden elf is an energy dome, and then on top of the energy dome is a Boogie Boy mask with pornographic glasses on and some Dickies devil horns. Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about back here? Lamp is back here, a lamp full of stuff. Do you like MS23K? Oh, David, that is a TV show, right? Mystery Science Theater or something. Yeah, I don't watch TV or movies. Really, I know very little about them. I know you love the Dickies, Tom. That's great. Yeah, I don't know anything about movies or TV. I just don't know. I've heard of it, of course, and I know they riff on movies. I mean, my buddy Thor, my friend Thor, was on that show for at least a movie or two that he did. Rock and Roll Nightmare, I think, was on there. Anyway, I know of it, but I'm not a fan. I don't watch it, no. I'm just not a movie person. When I'm looking at screens, it's usually when I'm doing this or I'm working. answering emails, selling stuff on eBay, you know, doing graphics. You love the Dickies Cardinal Sin. Yeah, me too. They're probably my second favorite band in the world, next to Devo. I do some work for the Dickies as well. Cardinal. Um, Just Say Yes is probably it's got to be one of my favorite Dickies songs. I love that song. When they do that live, I go to another world. Has Devo or Mark ever thought about setting up Bandcamp for unreleased stuff? No, never thought about it. The answer's no. What is that, Tom? What did you just type there? Little dancing people? What is that? Ones? What the heck is that? Help, Mr. Wizard, help! I don't want to expand my mind anymore. That's a lyric from a Dickies song. All right, guys, I'm gonna start drinking this faster because I need to feel it. Yes, Tom. Oh, Impaled Nazarene, my Finnish friend. Thank you so much for coming. Sleep well. We will see you at another stream soon, I hope, my friend. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Bottoms up. Yeah, Cardinal, we got to get this done. We got to get this done, Cardinal. Cardinal Sin, I didn't see if you got the information you needed about the music, but I hope that yeah, later, Tav. Joanne, I'm not making you a mod. I can't trust you. You're a real hellion, you know? You're a rabble rouser, you're a troublemaker. Now let me just thank, he's not here, he hasn't showed up yet, but I just want to thank my subscriber, Peter Graves, for sending me this cool magazine recently. Excellent, mint condition Keyboard Wizards magazine featuring Duran Duran, Thomas Dolby, and Devo, and also Brian Eno in here. So yeah, Peter Graves, I know you're not watching now, but maybe you'll catch this later, and I want to thank you. Excellent, excellent donation here to the archives. I mean, it's in really great shape. Not a fold or a dog ear or anything. It's just amazing. And great pictures in here too. I mean, look at some of these Eno pictures, right? Eno here. Eno, some big clunky analog stuff. But yeah, thank you, Peter Graves. I like my subscribers. They send me cool stuff. Yeah, Cardinal, yeah, I've seen this magazine before. I don't know if I have a copy of it in my archives, but if I do, it's not in as good a shape as this one. So this is a welcome upgrade if I do have one, but this might be the only one I have. I know I've seen the cover. Brian Eno is one of my faves. Yeah, I like his stuff too. If you have seen the Devo book, Phil, there's really good pictures of Eno in there hanging out with Devo. I mean, like really weird stuff. I see you're selling the Psycho 3 soundtrack on eBay. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's really hard to find tape. I was surprised at how rare it was. No bidders yet on it, no buyers yet, but it's been up there for a couple months. I'm not, man, my eBay right now, oh man. With all my freelance work that's disappeared, all my tour work for the Dickies disappeared. You know, my Devo income is still good because I continue to work for them, but with freelance evaporating, I've really had to focus on eBay. Now, last month it did really well on eBay because I still had some stock that I recently purchased to resell. But now I'm out of that stock. So trying to dig around the house for things to sell and not having a whole lot of luck. You know, there's obviously things I could sell for my personal collection. I don't want to sell any of the Devo archives really. So with all these thrift stores and flea markets being closed, I'm really put in a position here. I'm really struggling with the eBay world. But, you know, if you guys see anything on eBay that you would enjoy owning, I would love to sell it to you. There's a lot of cool stuff there, a lot of a mix of all kinds of music. What is stock? What is livestock? My stock. Stock of things to sell on eBay. Records, tapes, CDs. I have a stock of that stuff that I usually, add to every week or two. I go to thrift stores every week or two and add more stuff and sell it right off the bat, and it does really well. But see, Joanne, there you go, starting trouble. What? Tom, you just donated to me? What? You kidding me? That's nice. I can't really check my email right now to see, but let me try to do something here. I don't believe you, Tom. You don't need to do that. Let's see. Let's see what Tom's talking about here. Hey! Tom did donate. Thank you, Tom, for that generous donation. It's very nice of you. That dollar will be well spent. That dollar will go to, let me see, what am I going to spend that on? What would you like me to spend that on, Tom? You tell me. I'm not going to waste that dollar. I'm going to let that dollar go to something that you really want me to have, Tom. Thanks for that, Tom. That was very sweet of you. My dad gave it to me, 2 gumballs. 2 games of pinball. Oh, all right, I'll do it. As soon as we're able to go play pinball again, I will use that on pinball. Cat food, no, I'm covered with cat food right now. I mean, I'm not covered with it. I have nothing on me right now, cat food wise, but I got cat food sorted for the next couple weeks. Yeah, I will play pinball for you, Tom. Thank you for that. There's a great, now Tom, if you ever come down here to Raleigh to visit, there was a great barcade here called, I always forget the name of it. Damn it. Anyway, there's a one here in Raleigh that you would really dig. Lots of pinball. Skee ball, pinball, air hockey, all that stuff. Breakfast fast food run? Who says that? Ha, yeah, Amanda, every morning. You ever eaten cat food? No. Oh, hell no, good seats. I'm not very adventurous with food. Boxcar. It's called Boxcar. Thank you, Phil. The barcade here in Raleigh is called Boxcar. It's a cool place. Playing here in C-Bus. Oh yeah, we did have fun playing pinball there in Columbus. That was great. Showed us a good time. Still any love for the residents? Oh yeah. Hey Zeb. Z-E-B. Oh wow, how do you know about that? Zeb, have you been here before? I don't recognize your name. Yeah, I've got love for the residents for sure. I can't believe you know that Silica Gel Residents cover. That's a really random release there, and I don't think many people know about that. There's a Residents tribute album called Eyesore, right? Was it called Eyesore? That my band Silica Gel was featured on years ago. Cool. The NC one is not as good, Tom. Oh, okay. I don't know. I would disagree. I like the NC one because it's got skee ball. I love skee ball. And the NC, the North Carolina Raleigh barcade here has free popcorn. Oh, how do you one up that? Free popcorn? Come on. What did you remember, Joanne? Seats, food, performances of Crapper Keeper on YouTube. Oh, Seats Found. Oh, yeah. There's a couple on there. There's one time when we opened for the band AC, and another time when we were headlining, I think. But yeah, it's pretty egregious. It's egregious, that Crapper Keeper footage. It's not something to be proud of, but yes, it is something to be proud of. It's juvenile and it's ridiculous, yet it's art. Crapper Keeper. Been drooling for some time over your collection. By the way, do you have any more res cover versions? Seems I missed out on. I don't have any more res cover versions. No, we just did that one. sometimes I still have those really sad introverted feelings that I had when I was 15. I was Michael Plummer, Snake for the Cows. Everybody, I think we all have those feelings. I mean, especially if you went through feeling like that as a kid. Like, because I was picked on and bullied and, you know, went through all that stuff. Was never made to feel like welcomed in many social communities when I was a kid. Was always picked on. So that always comes back. I mean, you know, but with time, the sting goes away for the most part, and you're just left with this kind of like residual feeling of that stuff. You know, just don't worry about it. A lot of people feel it. Being a weirdo is I would say being a weirdo. I would say being a normal person is hard because I mean I consider myself a weirdo by choice. And I love the weirdo life way more than I would like a normal life. You know, wife, 2 kids, dog, a job for a company. You know, I never got into that. Never prescribed to that. Never had a prescription to that lifestyle. I'm trying to keep up here. Really appreciate your answer. Well, it's true. I mean, you never can leave that stuff behind totally. If you get treated like that when you're in your soft brain stage, you know, and you're just growing up and learning about yourself, and all you hear about yourself is faggot and I'm gonna kick your ass and you're a weirdo and get out of here, that kind of stuff. Then it's like, wow, man, that can never go away. I mean, I think anytime I get sad about anything, whether it's a death in the family, something wrong with my cat, girlfriend breaking up with me, whatever, then those feelings always come back. But you can get through it. Just put on some good music or cuddle up with a cat, you know. Cardinal sin, yeah, story of a lot of our lives, really, you know. But that's why we're here together. We flock together. Birds of a feather, we're flocking together, right? Killing Joke song. But yeah, that's why we're here together. We got to support each other, and you know, Devo brings a lot of those people together, and Devo gives a lot of those people like me and you reason to push through and carry on. And Devo gave me, you know, when I heard Devo's lyrics for the first time and really understood them, I literally thought to myself, oh my God, somebody that thinks like me. Because I wasn't coming across those people in my childhood a lot, you know. I was off on my own tangent as far as my thoughts went about society and basic things like religion. And when I heard Devo's lyrics, I felt welcomed. I felt like these are my people. And that same way with Devo fans. I feel like these are my people, you know, for the most part. The jurisdiction of love. There's a place for us. All these Devo rock together. 7 seconds. Thank you. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Guess what, guys? I think I have to stop. My battery, well, let's see. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try to save this. Okay, let's see what happens here. Now, sometimes when I'm streaming and I plug my phone into charge like this, it freaks out, wants to overheat. So let's see if I can keep this going. Because I just got a little warning. Am I buffering or anything? Yeah, I know, Sophia, thanks. Yeah, so last time I was streaming and I had my phone plugged in, it overheated. And it shut off for a second, but I think we're good right now. Hey, thanks again for everybody coming in. I appreciate you know, you guys coming in and viewing this and leaving the thumbs up and all that stuff. It really helps my channel grow, and it helps you know, all those things add up, all those likes, all those views, all the subscriptions, they all add up, and eventually that means good things for me and my channel, so thanks. A little lagging when you move. Yeah, it just started that in the last few minutes, I think. So it's weird. I got right when I was talking to you guys earlier, I got this little thing that popped up on the screen that said, "You are live." And I'm like, well, I know that. I've never seen the screen tell me that before, but I think it's Hey, David, you're leaving. Good night. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you. I've been listening to Place Like No Like Home. Yeah, Jay, that's a good song. Sophia with the lyric quotes. I had to bother. I had a brother around Michael Pilmer's age who passed away a few years ago. I feel like I get the same kind of emotion being a younger friend. Well, yeah, sure. That makes sense, Tom. I'm sorry to hear about your brother. Um, but it totally makes sense that you feel that. What was the last movie you saw in a theater? Cardinal Sin. What a great question, because I hardly ever see movies, especially in theaters. Um, okay, I think I know. Wait a second. Maybe I don't. I'm going to take a guess. I think it was Tom Green, Freddy Got Fingered. I think it was Freddy Got Fingered. I think it was Freddy Got Fingered. Does anybody know that movie? It's a horrible movie, and I love it. It's such a great, horrible movie. It's like the anti-movie, which is kind of why I liked it. And I bought it on DVD because I saw it for sale somewhere for like $1. So I still have the DVD sealed. And I freak people out when movie buffs and movie fans gather here and start talking about movies. I always break that out and go, well, here's my favorite movie. And everybody's like, oh, no, oh, God, I can't believe you owned that on DVD. Yeah, but I liked it. I was a big Tom Green fan back in the day. I used to record his early shows before he was on MTV. I would get VHS tapes of that, and I was a big fan. It was Willy Wonka at Alamo for Ian, last movie he saw. Oh, no, I did see Willy Wonka at, oh, yeah, I forgot about the Alamo. Okay, so yeah, I did see a movie more recently, Willy Wonka, um, and also I saw, oh, I saw, what's his name? What's that crazy actor's name? Does the weird movies? Crispin Glover. I saw Crispin Glover's crazy fucked up movie in a theater recently. Yeah, that's right. It was me. Okay, yeah, I remember now. Thanks for the reminder, Ian. Uh, I I don't think I saw actually. Yeah, I don't think Ian. I don't think I saw the Willy Wonka movie. I think I was just there for the event to say hi to everybody because it was the opening event or something. But I did see the uh, the the effed up Crispin Glover movie. No, it wasn't the rat movie. I don't think, Amanda. It was the one about it was the one about crippled people. Oh God! It was the one about the crippled guy who had crazy, fetishes. And oh God, it was so out there. Um, okay, I did watch Willy Wonka. I don't remember. Uh, but it was either Willy Wonka or the Crispin Glover movie that I last saw in a theater. But before this theater movie, before this theater opened up over here, my friend Skip started working for him. I don't think I'd seen a movie in a theater for years and years and years and years. You haven't seen Coherence? I don't see movies, Cardinal Sin. I really am not a movie person. I don't know what Coherence is. I have no idea. Um, any future archive Devo CD releases? Nothing planned. Absolutely nothing. No plans for anything like that. Haven't found anything else in the archives that would be releasable at this time. But there's always a chance something could pop up. Um, oh, okay. Well, yeah. So Cardinal, I don't know. I don't really get into movies. Like I said, if I'm watching a screen, I'm usually working, and when I'm not working, I don't want to be watching a screen typically. Do you have a DVD player? I do, but it's not hooked up. The TV's not hooked up. I don't really watch movies. I can't. It can't. They can't hold my attention typically. Unless I'm laid up in bed sick, or I got a broken leg or something and I can't walk, I just don't watch movies. If I do watch movies, typically they're documentaries about music or art or something, but just not into fiction movies, man. I don't know. I'm a weirdo. I don't drink coffee. I don't watch movies. I don't play video games. I don't, I don't do a lot of things people like. I don't think Toth's here still. Toth usually has to get up and go to work early, so he might be gone for the night. Do you like the band The Church from Australia? Oh, Cardinal, a good question. I was never a huge fan of the band until Devo toured with them in Australia and New Zealand. And I got to meet those guys. And the singer was really nice to me, and the guitar player was really nice and sweet to me, and we got along. And I had a great time, and I started liking them because of that tour. I found a new appreciation for the Church, but I don't own any of their music. I've never owned any of their music, so I'm not very familiar with it, but I did enjoy them. My favorite band from Australia, can anybody guess? Probably nobody can guess. It's a very kind of strange band from Australia. I've always loved them since the 80s. And hey, everybody, thanks for the thumbs ups. I appreciate it. Pond? Joseph McGuire, what does that mean, Pond? Is that a band? I've never heard of them. Pseudo Echo? No. Yeah, I've never heard of Pond, Joseph. The Church, Cardinal Sin, released a live 30-year retrospective of their best 3 albums on DVD. Oh, AC/DC. That's a good one, AC/DC. I like AC/DC. But no, my favorite... I love Midnight Oil. Zeb, Z-E-B. I love Midnight Oil. Love them. I love especially Red Sails in the Sunset, that album. And there's a couple before that I like. I like a lot of Midnight Oil. Yes, I like them. But my favorite Australian band is a band called Severed Heads. They were an industrial noise band from the early mid-'80s, and they continued into the 90s and 2000s, but they're awesome. I love them a lot. I got to meet Tom Ellard of Severed Heads when I was over touring with Devo in Australia, and I kind of met him online many years ago when my band Silica Gel was putting out our album, and I sent him a copy on CD, and he liked it. So we kind of became acquaintances back then, but I'd never met him face to face until 2012. So he's a great guy. Love Severed Heads. Oh yeah, Cardinal Sin. You saw them in my collection for sure. I have a huge Severed Heads collection. Big into them. That's one of the bands where if I see something on sale somewhere that I don't have and it's not astronomically priced, I have to get it. I can't pass up Severed Heads that I don't own yet. That's a sickness. Do you like Operator Please? I don't know what that is. What is that? Is that a band, Amanda? I'm clueless. Oh, you saw Men at Work? Oh, that's cool. I would have loved to seen them. I never saw them. I do have a cool Men at Work live radio show album, which is really cool, from 84, I believe it is. That's really cool. Hey, I can't believe everybody's still hanging out. We've been here for a long time. I think 2 hours, right? Yeah, we've been here doing this 2 hours, you guys. Is everybody still entertained? Should we keep just chatting about nothing? I mean, we could. The cats have totally abandoned this celebration, so it's just us. It's just us humans. Never heard of them, Amanda. I'm not, especially if they're a recent band, I'm not very up on any recent bands, except for sickeningly sweet pop stuff or anti-pop stuff. I'm not really into, I don't discover a whole lot of new bands. How limited is this music? I don't remember the title of this. Oh, Zeb, are you talking about what's playing right now? I thought I told everybody, but I will tell you again. This music is composed by Mark Mothersbaugh. It's stream of consciousness keyboard music, organ music that he recorded at his studio, Metata Musica. What he would do is he would sit down at the organ like this. He would sit down like that, at the organ. And every time he would sit down, he would record a whole CD worth of music, about an hour's worth of music. So he sat down 6 times. We released a 6 CD set. This was only available at his art shows back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. It's called The Most Powerful Healing Music in the Entire World. It's by Mark Mothersbaugh, and it was only available at his art shows that we did. I did art shows for him for about 10 years. And for a few of those years, we sold these at the shows. And so that's where this comes from. Typical kid's birthday. Yeah, I don't know about those, Tim. Thank God I've never had to host a kid's birthday until now. Oh, Jay. Oh, cool. So, Jay, I got you a chunk of the yellow suit. That's cool. Well, it's good to meet you. I always love meeting people at those shows, but the problem is that my brain is so going 100 miles an hour at those shows. It's hard for me to remember all the people that I meet, and it's important to me at the time, and I'm totally enjoying meeting all these Devo fans, but I can't remember all the time. So thanks for the reminder. We need to talk about how you are not making me a mod. Well, Joanne, you need to mature. You need to not be such a troublemaker, okay? Joanne, if I make you a mod, it might be the worst decision I've ever made in my life. You know, people know Sophia knows what I'm talking about. Maybe. Yeah, it's healing powers, for sure. It's very easy listening ask, but my favorite part of it is that, okay, so when I asked him to do this, I said, look, Mark, we really need some music that's specific to our art shows, something that's long enough that I could play it for the whole reception for hours on end. And it'd be really cool if we had something that wasn't available anywhere else, and maybe we could sell it at the show. So I finally convinced him, and I said, look, just do whatever, just record something. It doesn't matter. It can be stream of consciousness. And he was like, okay. So what he would do is at Mutana Musica, he would be working on something, scoring a movie or whatever, and then he would just have to take a break from that. So he would leave Studio A, he would go out to the break room, basically, at Mutato, where this organ was, and he would just turn it on and start going. Turn on, record, and just start going. And people throughout Mutato, you know, they would hear this racket, basically, and they would all shut their office doors, boom, 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 not to hear him. And they hated when he did that stuff for the most part, I think. But he did sit down 6 times for an hour each, and he cranked out this great CD set. And like this little wrap thing here says, includes all goof-ups, divots, pimples, etc. Errors, goof-ups, divots, etc. Yeah, so no editing in this music, all stream of consciousness, just what was falling out of his brain as he sat there. Yeah, so the CD might be on Boogie Boy's Basement for download. I don't know, but it's so much cooler to have this package. This actually folds out into a cool like poster-looking thing. But you know, whatever. Yeah, no problem. It's nothing personal. That weekend was crazy for me too. Saw a Japanese thrash metal band. Ooh, that sounds good. Japanese thrash metal sounds good to me. Another question. What is the Deaf CD pressing of Devo Shout? Finally found a copy. You mean Deaf American? Yeah, that was Rick Rubin's label. Yeah, it is pretty hard to find. I haven't looked for it in a long time, but I haven't seen it either. Actually, I do see it at Amoeba Records for sale sometime. You should check Amoeba Records for that kind of stuff. 1991, Warner Brothers, Japan. Huh? Oh yeah, so Tom, you're talking about Joanne making her pitch to be a mod here? Is that what you're talking about? Anyway. What's that? Wait, I'm seeing something up here that I'm not seeing over there. What did you just buy? Is that you just bought the collectible? Oh, you mean the Shout that was on Collectibles Records or whatever? You should should get them all. Get all the versions of Shout. Know what I mean? Can I make you a resume? Yes, Joanne, I would like you to submit a resume for being a mod here. That would be great. Please include references, and please also include a photo of yourself in business attire, because you have to, wear the monkey suit to work here. You got to wear the monkey suit. Ask Tom. He's got the monkey suit on right now. Not an ape suit, but a monkey suit, a business suit, dressed for success kind of thing. So Joanne, if you could, I don't know what the Habsburg family is, but okay. If that's another movie or TV reference. That's maybe what my mods should do, is just ban all movie or TV references or questions, because I don't know about them for the most part. Yeah, get them all, Zeb. Come on. There's not too many of them anywhere. Anyway. Have you ever met Fee Waybill? I did see the Tubes in concert 2 times in my life. Once in the 80s and once in 2001, I believe it was. Excellent both times. God, they're such a great live band. But no, I've never met him. Never been introduced. It's a historical reference. Let's see. I was telling a friend of mine last night about the time when Devo went after party in Italy and we were abducted out into the countryside. Oh, I want to hear that story. See, this is stuff for your YouTube channel, Cardinal, if you ever get that going. Zeb been buying about 200 Resident CDs and stuff. Wow. Yeah, you're really into the Residents, huh? That's cool. I just was in, I don't know if you saw on my page, Zeb. I'm going to call you Zeb. Is it Zeb or Z? Is it Z-E-B? I don't know. But I just did an interview on my YouTube page with some people who are making a movie about Ronaldo and the Loaf. So you might want to check that out if you haven't seen it yet. I probably did that, I don't know, a couple months ago. So scroll back through my videos and see if you can see it. You've made more films than you've seen? Yes. I've been in more movies than I've seen. Yeah, it makes sense someone insanely priced up. So, who is still here? Can we get a roll call? See who's still... If you're still here and watching in the chat, type a 666 for me. I just want to kind of get a view of who I'm talking to, so that I don't ask somebody something who's not here anymore. So just type a 666 if you're still here. Oh, me. Of course, Joanne doesn't follow the rules, of course. Me, 666, 666. Okay, good seats, sir. Okay, 420, Joanne. There you go, rabble rousing again. Amanda's still here. Tim's not paying attention because he won't type that. It's against Tim's goal for the afterlife to type that number. He won't get into his special place at the end of life if he types that number in. So everybody else type it for him, and Tim, you're going to hell anyway to be in part of this chat even. So Jay, he's one number off, but he still gets the pass. Okay, good. So that's great to see all you guys here. All right, thank you. And Joanne, thank you for being here. Yeah. Oh, Ken, hey, what's up? This is the first time I've seen you here, so thanks for doing that. Nice to see you here. If anybody would like to maybe type out a human beat, can you do a human beatbox in text? And can anybody do a human beatbox like the Fat Boys style by typing it out? I don't know if that's possible, but I'd like to see if it is possible, because I got a lot of mad respect for human beatbox. This music though, right? Hey, somebody took the thumbs down away. That was nice of them. Oh, Cardinal Sin, you're coming really close, dude. Boom, 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 boom. It's more like... something like that. Yeah, boop, boop. Tss. Yeah, that's a good one. Human beatbox, says Joanne. Joanne's the performance artist in the chat, if you haven't noticed. She's like the the Andy Kaufman of Side Chatters. Mad skills, yo. Express your. Oh, did you see that poster back there? Yeah, that's one of my favorites. That was one of my first eBay purchases. Was that poster way back in the day? As you can see, Tim knows nothing about human beatboxing. He's popping and boom bamming over there. Tim's over there popping and boom bamming. He has no idea what the. Now, Tim, if you would just type 666, you might have a clue. Satan might fill you in on how to beatbox, but you're not going to go there. Yeah, Cardinal Sin. That Express Your Individuality poster was made by Honda Scooters. It's really hard to find. It was one of the first things I found on eBay that I spent real money on. But real money being like $60, I think I paid for it. It's actually mounted on foam core, but I did have it framed. And anyway, it's a great poster. It's really difficult. I've only seen 2 of them in my lifetime, and that's one of them. Amanda can break dance right there in the chat. She's showing you how. Oh yeah, the Laserdisc commercial that Devo did is wonderful. With the ice cream cones and the sideways mohawk wigs. Yeah, good stuff. Is Jason Lindsay gone? I don't think Jason's here anymore. He found another stream that was more worthy of his time. So, I think we're gonna, after I finish this wine, we're gonna wind this down. Because I have to go have a talk with my cats. I gotta talk with them about abandoning me on my celebratory stream for them. You know what I mean? Pioneer, that's the ad they did, Tom. The Pioneer Laserdisc ad. That's right. I still don't have that Laserdisc, I don't think. I still need to find that Laserdisc with that Devo commercial on it. I've been looking for it for a long time. Yeah, you actually saw the Honda commercial, Cardinal, when back in the day? Yeah, I remember it blew my mind. Sam, oh, I can't believe Sam's here. Sam, I was talking about my cats. I was trying to have a little celebratory thing for their birthday here today, but they don't care about that stuff. You know, they have no concept and they don't care. All they know is I'm talking to a phone and they don't like it because they think somebody's watching them or something. What's this? The Ronaldo Loaf film just got a signed CD from Ronaldo himself. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, Ronaldo's awesome. He signed a record for me as well. But yeah, go look at the interview I did for the Ronaldo and Loaf film. Since you're such a fan and knowledgeable about that stuff, you might really get off on it. So it was fun having those people over. Yep, Grace Jones did a similar Honda commercial, and I think when I bought that poster, the seller also had the Grace Jones one, and man, I was really tempted to get it, but I don't think I did. Now, wait a second. Now, just as soon as I said that, I want to say that, man, now maybe part of me remembers that I bought that and the Grace Jones poster as a set together. So I might have that Grace Jones Honda poster stored away. I have a closet full of posters, basically, that I've been collecting since I was a kid. So it's kind of overflowing with all kinds of stuff I haven't seen in years. So that might be good to dig into one day. Oh, yeah. Tom. Yeah, tell Cardinal Sin about that Dr. Detroit thing, too. Yeah. Who else is here? Sam, I can't believe you got here so late. Did you, did you see any of the information about my kitties? Here, Sam. I was just telling people about these adoption papers that I found recently for Star and Stone, as they were called back then. But, you know, my kitties' adoption papers, and looking at these papers made me realize that their birthdays were probably in late March, early April. And the doctor had to guess at their ages because they were found in the woods with no mom, and so that nobody knew when they were born. So yeah, it was just weird that yesterday I find out that, oh wow, right now is their birthday. So I did this little stream, but I think the date that they're really going to want to celebrate with me is June 4th, because that's when they came home. That's when they came here. So we'll hopefully have a better celebration on June 4th, because they don't care about their birthday. That wasn't a great day for them. Behind Closed Curtains, great album for Jane and Jane and Beautiful Angry Pieces. Behind Closed Curtains, who's that? Wait a second. Behind Closed, is that a Ronaldo and Love thing that just came out? Oh, okay, wait. People are talking about things, and I'm kind of losing track of the chat here. I await the 201 pressing of the repress debut because of Ronaldo Love. Yeah, I don't know anything about what's coming out of theirs, Zeb. I'm not really up on that. The last thing I got from them was that CD with I just remember the graphics being kind of a drawing of their setup, all their instruments, and the room where they recorded, right? What's that called, Zeb? That's the last one I got. Yeah, Tom, who are you talking to? Yeah, everybody should consider coming to the devotional in Ohio. Cardinal Sin, you should probably come there sometime, really, if you haven't before. I don't think you have. But yeah, it's a good time. And most everybody that goes to those things ends up going to another one and another one and another one. Joseph McGuire? No. What is that? What is Joseph McGuire? What are you answering there? No. Sam's going to do a shot for each kitty. Now that's a good friend. A friend that's going to do a shot for each kitty. Oh, Sam, I called you a few days ago, asked you if you could assist me on trying to get my internet working again. Anyway, I got it working again, so ignore that call. Joseph McGuire, I still don't know what you're answering, but I wish I did. Maybe you just wanted to say no. You just wanted to tell me no. Circus Devils, what is that? Are those original devotional shirts still available? For which year? I have, various years still available. Not all of them, but I'm not quite sure what year you're looking for, Cardinal, but I would be glad to sell you some old devotional shirts if I have your size, for sure. You just have to okay, I won't worry about it, Joseph. Yeah, I'm losing track of the chat, sorry. Circus Devils are Pilmer's parents. There you go, Joanne. Another reason I'm not going to make you a mod right there. I wish my parents were Circus Devils. Jeez, man, that would be great. My parents were rubber factory workers. So, they could have been Circus Devils. Oh, cool. They're Devo obsessive folks. Okay, well, yeah, I gotta like them then. Yeah, I just don't. Here's the reason I don't discover a whole lot of new music. Because typically the only way I discover new music is if I see a band live, by chance, or if somebody sends me a physical copy of a record or a CD or a tape. Like, I don't go looking online for bands, and I don't listen to music online because it just happens to be that my laptop and my desktop computer are not set up with great sound systems. So I don't listen to music out of my phone or my laptop or my computers. I only listen to music out of my stereo, which plays CDs, records, and tapes. So there you have it. I'm very closed-minded when it comes to digital music. I just don't like playing a lot of it or collecting it or downloading it. I just don't. Closet Circus Devils. No, these Circus Devils got to be out. They got to be out and proud. We are here. We are Circus Devils. But yeah, thanks again, everybody, for being here. It's been great hanging out for a couple hours with you, and wow, 2.5 hours now. So let's just do this. I'm going to finish this wine. I'm going to thank everybody for coming. Tom, thank you for your dollar donation that will go to Pinball at your request. As soon as society gets up and running again. Are you live streaming on Thursdays regularly? No, it's not a regular thing. It just really happened to be that last night, yesterday afternoon, I found out about my cat's birthday, and I thought I gotta do a stream. So I did it the first day I could. So it just happens to be that Thursdays are days I've been doing them, but it's nothing planned. Um, I don't want to get in a situation where I'm doing things regularly on a because then it just might not work out on a particular Thursday since my work schedule is always changing. I never know what I'm going to be doing from day to day, so I have to follow the money basically. So if I have to work on eBay one night and not do a stream, that's just what I have to do. I know. I wish I could make it a regular thing. I just can't at this point because my schedule is very unpredictable these days. I really have to try to go for whatever's making money. Um, yeah, I know, Cardinal Sin. It's just what we have to do. Freelancers are put in a very odd predicament right now. I'm not even sure if I actually qualify to get one of those checks that the government's sending out. I don't know if freelancers are going to qualify for that or not. And I do pay taxes every year, but I don't know. I just don't know how that's working out. But whatever, I can survive without that silly government check. It doesn't matter. I just need to focus on what I got to focus on. So, all right, let me thank you all again. We got the thumbs down back. Cool. I must have did something right. Thank you all for showing up. I appreciate it. Sometimes on these streams, I don't really have any great content planned, but I do appreciate you guys showing up anyway to hang out, especially in these times where we're all like just, itching for some kind of social activity. I'm not really itching. There's nothing wrong down there. I'm not itching. But yeah, thanks. Thanks, everybody. I happened to research that yesterday. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, well, haha, thumbs down. See, Tom? Oh, look, the thumbs down's gone. Okay, great. Well, must be Joanne doing that shit. All right, so Joanne, we love you, and Tom, my new mod, and Cardinal, the rocker, not the mod. Amanda, oh, that's very sweet, Amanda. Thank you. What sold this then? What sold this then? That's a Monty Python reference, right? See, I know some TV, but not a whole lot. All right, so let's do this. Let me just say that in the next few days, couple days, probably even tomorrow, I'm going to be uploading another autograph story, and it's a really different one, and it's a good one. And then in the next few days, I'm going to upload another vinyl story where I go to my collection and tell you about some specific things. And that should be fun. I've got some good stuff planned there. Fave Resonance album. It's easier for me to pick a Fave Ronaldo and the Loaf album, but Resonance, man, that's tough. That is tough. I mean, I can't, it's hard for me to pick. I'd have to really lay the Resonance out in front of me, the albums, and think about it. Now, Ronaldo and the Loaf, it's between Songs for Swinging Larvae and The Elbow is Taboo. Those two are gold to me. I love them. But I like all Ronaldo and the Loaf. But yeah, Resonance, man, it's hard for me to pick a favorite. I'll have to get back to you on that. I will be there for the video to help out. Oh, okay, well, thanks, Tom. Show up whenever you can. I appreciate that. And like I said, I don't really need mods in here very much, but it is nice to have somebody remind people, oh, hit the thumbs up, or be sure to subscribe, or hey, go buy something at ithrowup.com if you are feeling froggy. All right, so love you guys. Hey, David, you just stopped in, huh? David Kelman? Oh, I'm sorry, we're getting ready to end soon, but man, I really appreciate you being here, David. I don't think you were here earlier. I'm trying to remember. Let's do this again. Next time I stream, hopefully I'll have some more focused content ideas, maybe something cool to show you. What's that say? Make sure to write the bell. Make sure to write the bell. What does that mean? I don't know. Send a PM and I can point it your way. Hmm. It's not always possible for me to understand what you're talking about in the chat. I don't know, it's my brain's broken or something. Um, yeah, sorry, David. We've been doing this for like 2.5 hours, but please, come again, David, and give a thumbs up if you can before we head out of here. And thank you for subscribing and all that stuff. I really appreciate you guys. You make this little YouTube experience really fun for me, and I hope it's fun for you. So, on behalf of my lame cats who totally dissed us on this celebration, fuck them. Fuck them. They're gods. What can you do? They make their own decisions. All right, so, okay, devotional until WPM Cardinal, right? Okay, watch Circus, Devils, okay, right. Got to poop that, to pop. Yeah! Everybody, watch this. Happy Thursday. Hope you all have a good weekend. May the rock and roll gods bless you. And we'll see you guys soon, okay? Later. I will tell the girls, hey, Phil. Yeah, I'll go downstairs and reprimand them right now for dissing us. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Mayo. Thank you, Cardinal. And Tom, that dollar is going to pinball. I'm telling you. Actually, it's probably going to be like 70 cents after PayPal takes their chunk. But okay, cool. Yeah, glad you came back, Mayo. And Ian, see you soon, hopefully. All right. Well, I hope some of you guys that met in the chat here will keep in touch with each other and become friends. I hope that happens. All right. So, bless ye and happy birthday, cats, and all that stuff. We'll see you next time.